I got questions from agents that were always asking me now, practically, oh, hey, so if I, advise a client to build ADU, and obviously they could technically build two. They could build an external, they could build a junior attached. There's some ways around here, depending on your lot size and where you're at jurisdiction wise, right? On what you can and can't do. But their question has always fallen under, comps. So they're like, okay, well, some of my clients want to build and raise the value and sell, right? And so they're very concerned about the appraisal. So I've gotten that question. I've actually contacted appraisers too, and they've said, look, on a multifamily, like, so if it was a 4 unit, it was a fourplex, or even a triplex, and you were able to put two ADUs on there, now it falls into 5 units and up. The way we appraise and come to valuation on those properties will be based more on income, right? And P&Ls and financials. But on a single family, if you were to put an ADU, that's still falling under what Fannie Mae, right, tells us. It's just comps. And so the challenge here has always just been certain neighborhoods don't have any comps that we could work with. So it's hard to put a immediate value on it. So like if you were trying to flip the property and say, hey, I built one of these beautiful Meka Napa 600, you can get, in this neighborhood, $2,000-$3,000 a month for, for rental income. Why not? Now I want this cost that I put into it, 200,000, 300, whatever that number is, and I want another 2 or 3 above that, if that makes sense. Now they want the value to be 600 more, and the appraiser is saying, whoa, not yet, because we need more of these built with someone buying them all cash that didn't require the valuation to necessarily be there because they see the value obviously here. That sets precedent in the neighborhood, and then therefore there are more comps. Now everybody with an ADU can have just a normal appraisal that puts in the value of these. So that's something I wanted to share with you as well, is that's a big concern, because a lot of them might not be a homeowner that goes, well, I'll wait until the comps get there and then I could actually see valuation, versus some of the flippers that just want to build as many as possible, as big as possible, and see a profit margin on that.
I think it's the flippers are not, obviously they're not organic. Residences and neighborhoods grow because of, because they live there, not because they flip. And so those are artificial values. But if you're near a college or some kind of place where people need, or there's retired people and there's lots of, they used to be called granny flats in the backyard. So they, or a bunkie. So people have different perceptions of what it is, but it's now the style and the function of them. I think it's like more like a coach house. It will be a nice addition. If you have a nice looking main house and you add this, I think it's only a positive, and I think the numbers will speak for themselves, because there is a housing shortage, and there's certainly a housing shortage of decent quality living. We're talking the Bay Area, it's very obvious because the prices are so high. You rent anywhere in the Bay Area, but let's say you're just on the BART line, you're going to look at $3,000-$4,000 for something not that nice. Maybe you get 1,200 square feet, but you're still like, it's not that nice. So if you're adding a 1,200 square feet ADU, hey, even if it costs you 300 grand, you're going to pay that back with a rental income of $3,000-$4,000, maybe $5,000 a month, depending where you are, of course. But that pays back pretty quickly if you think about it. Because you had no land. See, the real key is that most people who are lay to this industry is land acquisition cost. The ROI has to do between developers. They can buy land and then they buy it in bulk and they subdivide it so they get some volume. But if you're just a little guy and you buy a raw piece of land, your cost of developing is much higher than if you're doing an ADU, because you already got the land sunk, you already have paid part of your mortgage. So your actual financing cost and then your return is actually always better than doing a raw project.
Right. I can't agree more. I think I'm just trying to address some of these questions and concerns and misconceptions about ADU.